The echidna exists as a quiet contradiction in the modern natural world. It is a mammal that lays eggs, a warm-blooded animal with reptile-like traits, a solitary survivor shaped by ancient evolutionary experiments that never fully disappeared. To encounter an echidna in the wild is to witness a living fossil, not frozen in time, but actively thriving in environments that have changed dramatically over millions of years. While many species rose and fell as climates shifted and continents drifted apart, the echidna endured by refusing to specialize too narrowly, instead becoming a master of resilience. Echidnas belong to a small and extraordinary group of mammals known as monotremes, a lineage so ancient that it diverged from other mammals over 160 million years ago. This separation occurred long before placental mammals and marsupials followed their own evolutionary paths. In this sense, echidnas represent an early blueprint of mammalian life, retaining features that later mammals abandoned while still possessing the defining traits that make them mammals at all. They produce milk, maintain a stable internal body temperature, and possess hair, yet they lay eggs and have a cloaca, a single opening for reproduction and waste, more commonly associated with reptiles and birds. The body of an echidna is immediately recognizable. Covered in dense fur interspersed with sharp spines, it resembles a hybrid between a mammal and a hedgehog, though the two are not closely related. These spines serve as a primary defense mechanism, discouraging predators through pain rather than confrontation. Beneath this armored exterior lies a compact, muscular body designed for digging, pushing, and burrowing. Short but powerful limbs end in strong claws capable of tearing into soil, leaf litter, and even hardened termite mounds. Echidnas vary in size depending on species and environment, but all share a low, rounded profile that keeps their center of gravity close to the ground. This body plan allows them to wedge themselves into crevices or partially bury into the earth when threatened, leaving only their spines exposed. Unlike animals that rely on speed to escape danger, echidnas rely on patience and physical adaptation. When threatened, they do not flee, they anchor themselves. One of the most remarkable features of the echidna is its snout. Long, narrow, and flexible, it houses a highly sensitive electroreceptive system capable of detecting the faint electrical signals produced by the muscle contractions of insects. This ability, rare among mammals, allows echidnas to locate prey underground without seeing or hearing it. Ants and termites, the echidna's primary food source, are detected through a combination of electroreception and smell, making the echidna an exceptionally precise forager. Feeding behavior is slow and methodical. An echidna will wander through its habitat, pausing frequently to probe the ground with its snout. When prey is detected, it uses its claws to break open nests or soil, then extends a long, sticky tongue to capture insects. Unlike most mammals, echidnas lack teeth. Food is crushed against keratinized pads inside the mouth, a system that prioritizes efficiency over speed. This feeding strategy reflects an evolutionary choice: consume abundant, low-energy prey consistently rather than hunting rare, high-risk meals. Habitat flexibility is one of the echidna's greatest strengths. Echidnas are found across Australia and New Guinea, inhabiting environments ranging from arid deserts and grasslands to forests, alpine regions, and tropical rainforests. This adaptability is rare among monotremes and has played a major role in the echidna's survival. Where other ancient lineages disappeared due to environmental specialization, echidnas adjusted behavior rather than biology. Despite being warm-blooded, echidnas have one of the lowest body temperatures of any mammal, averaging around 32 degrees Celsius. This low metabolic rate reduces energy requirements and allows survival in environments where food availability fluctuates. During extreme conditions, echidnas can enter torpor, lowering their metabolic activity to conserve energy. This ability blurs the line between mammalian and reptilian physiology, reinforcing the echidna's role as an evolutionary bridge. Socially, echidnas are solitary animals. They do not form permanent groups or social hierarchies. Individuals interact primarily during the breeding season, when males may form temporary mating trains, following a receptive female for days or even weeks. These interactions are not aggressive but persistent, reflecting a reproductive strategy based on endurance rather than competition. Reproduction in echidnas is among the most extraordinary processes in the mammalian world. Females lay a single soft-shelled egg, which is transferred into a temporary pouch that develops during breeding season. After approximately 10 days, the egg hatches, producing a tiny, underdeveloped offspring known as a puggle. The puggle remains in the pouch for several weeks, feeding on milk secreted from specialized mammary patches rather than nipples. This method of milk delivery is unique and highlights the transitional nature of monotremes. As the puggle grows and begins developing spines, it is moved to a burrow, where the mother returns periodically to nurse it. This system minimizes the risk of injury from the mother's own spines while still providing nourishment and protection. Development is slow but steady, reinforcing the echidna's broader life strategy: patience over speed, consistency over intensity. Predation pressures on echidnas vary by region. Native predators such as dingoes, snakes, and large birds pose threats, particularly to juveniles. However, the introduction of invasive species like foxes and feral cats has increased risk in some areas. Despite this, echidnas remain relatively resilient, thanks to their defenses and cryptic behavior. Ecologically, echidnas play a crucial role as ecosystem engineers. By digging and foraging, they aerate soil, redistribute nutrients, and control insect populations. Their feeding behavior prevents termite overpopulation, which can otherwise lead to habitat degradation. In this way, echidnas quietly shape the environments they inhabit without drawing attention to themselves. From an evolutionary perspective, echidnas challenge linear narratives of progress. They demonstrate that survival does not require constant innovation or complexity. Instead, echidnas prove that retaining ancient traits can be just as effective as developing new ones. Their continued existence suggests that evolution is not a ladder, but a branching tree where multiple solutions to survival coexist. In the modern world, echidnas face new challenges. Habitat fragmentation, road mortality, climate change, and human expansion increasingly impact their populations. Yet echidnas persist, adapting behaviorally rather than anatomically, just as they have for millions of years. They are not fast, not aggressive, and not dominant, yet they endure. The echidna stands as a reminder that evolutionary success is not always loud or dramatic. Sometimes it is quiet, armored, slow-moving, and deeply ancient. In a planet defined by change, the echidna survives by remembering where it came from.